What's up, y'all? Allie here, Richard here. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to go hit that subscribe button to stay tapped in with Road Trippin' all season long. You don't want to miss what we have in store. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend. Road Trippin' is here. We're taking over.
No, stop blaming us for what Perk says.
The Detour segment presented by Fanatics. Jalen Duren. We were talking about Jalen Duren. The elephant in the room.
Yeah. You having a sip like it's a drink. It's
I don't
water.
know. I don't know if you knew this,
I need to wet my whistle before I get to talking.
The man to your left got very emotional earlier this week when
Yes.
discussing the fight, I guess.
It's a fight. It was a fight.
It was a fight.
It was a fight.
Scrum.
The scrum.
It was a fight. Punches were thrown and connected. It's a
I
fight.
appreciated and loved your take post game. We have put it on Road Trippin'. It is out there. I want to know, just as everything has settled down, first and foremost, you get the suspensions handed down to you. Beef Stew gets 7 games. Jalen gets 2. Kind of to Richard's point, there is a next tier level of how that could affect your team, but then also channeling the identity for which you want to create with your culture.
Yeah, there's a fine line that you walk when you walk that fine line, the way that we play, right? Like every single night, we teeter on the line, right? We teeter on a line of physicality, grit, toughness, like all the dirty things that happen in the trenches. It's important to us to win those battles. What I'll say is, and this is where I've been a little frustrated with the narrative that's been out there.
By
is
Richard?
Like, I don't know if it was by him because I don't listen to him.
That was not me. That was Perk.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't listen to you, so I don't know what you say. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, people have been talking about and, you know, limiting what our guys' basketball capabilities are.
No.
And calling them just like roughhouse and goons and like those types of things, right?
That's
and
soft. That's soft.
But what I want to make sure is, like, our guys get grabbed, held, wrestled. Like, you go back and watch us every single night and watch the things that happen, and it's physical, right? We dish out as much as we take, but we don't cross the line, okay? And that's what I want everybody to be aware of is, like, our guys go out and impact winning basketball games through their physicality and through the toughness of it all. There's plenty of opportunities every night. If our guys wanted to respond, they could, right? If they wanted to cross the line, they could. This was one of the uglier moments, right? And I hope that in an 82-game season, we don't just spend the time, you know, dwelling on somebody's, you know, worst moment, because there's so many positive things that have happened for our guys. So, you know, again, our guys have a great idea and understanding of who we are. They've been really good for the most part at staying within the boundaries. This one escalated, and I'll repeat this now, and then we can move on from it. But, like, it was over with. JD was a back crossed half court. Stu was still on the sideline. It was re-escalated, and then that's where the problems came about.
Right.
You know, our guys have done a phenomenal job of staying within the lines, more so than not.
And look. Because we all care about the game of basketball deeply, right? We don't look at this as a Detroit thing. I'm very aware of OKC. People were complaining that they were too physical. Like there's certain, like that's just part of complaint of success. Right. Your team plays within the lines and the rules, and it's a beautiful thing. You don't like it physical, get tougher. I looked at it as a teaching moment of like, hey, we are not the same old Pistons. We got shit to lose. Like, and so that's the same narrative. You look at some of the issues like in Golden State with Draymond and the mistakes that were made. So a lot of it comes from, and again, most of our conversation was like, hey, Detroit, you have something to lose now. Who you were 2 years ago is not who you are now. You're going to get people to antagonize you. You're going to get people to start things with you. So it was never looking at your worst moment. It was more of, how do we teach this next group of individuals that are going to be dominant for the next decade? Hey, let's learn from this. People are going to come at you. People are going to do anything that they can. And so how do you take that moment and then grow for it and understand that if you're on the Wizards and you get in a fight, no one cares. You're on the number 1 seed, that can impact. That's the difference between number 1 and number 2, those couple of games. And then all of a sudden you're in the finals and you don't have home court. So that's more of what my thinking was and our conversation truly was. It was less about the fight and that, like that happens every day. We know that. We've all been in like those altercations. But I guess for me, it was like, what was the message before we move on?
Mm-hmm.
What was the message of kind of that, of like, hey, I love defend yourself. Don't change anything, but let's have a different mindset of like, we have an opportunity to win a championship, and these micro things can affect it.
Yeah, it was, to be honest with you, this started last year with us, where there were certain teams who would just agitate us, get under our skin, knew we would lose our temper, and then we would lose those games, right? So it wasn't new for us. And we've taken great steps. Like, you know, in one of our games a couple weeks ago, Isaiah Stewart gets put in a headlock.
Yeah,
they try to
that.
throw him to the ground. He doesn't fall to the ground. He gets up. He walks away, right? So, like, we've taken steps in the right direction. And what it is to me and what I've told our guys is, it's an absolute sign of respect.
Yes, it is.
Right? Like, if they feel like they can't beat you on the court and they're trying to
get
get in your head, it's a sign of respect for what you guys have accomplished. So our guys understand that, right? And they know, what we have in front of us. They all want to be there to be a part of it. So again, I don't expect this situation to happen again. We'll learn from it. We'll move forward, and understanding like just how important all these moments are.
It was a moment that's gone. I just like, as a coach does, you take the film and you're like, hey, we won the game, but let's look at where we can be better.
Right.
And that's more of like the mindset of like, hey, this is a teachable moment of like, boys, we want to win. Again, we won a championship because Draymond, let his emotions get the best of him. And so like, that's where my brain goes. What?
Or it wasn't because Andrew Bogut got hurt? It wasn't because Fessy got hurt?
I'm saying that was the start of the snowball effect.
Okay.
That was the start of it.
I'll give you that.
Was the start of
I
the
also was going to
Just
say,
because Draymond didn't play, I hate when people tell me that.
I didn't say because Draymond didn't play.
Andrew Bogut not playing had the biggest impact.
Andre
because he was crazy the first 2 games.
That was the start of hey, we needed an injection, and we got it.
I also think you said it a couple minutes ago, the way in which the narrative is covered.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like...
That to me is people who don't watch us play every single night. They watch clips, right? And those people watch clips and try to set a tone for who we are.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like. Like, I love our guys. I love being around them every single day, how committed they are, how selfless they are. Like, this is the most special team that I've ever been a part of, right? And I want to sell that and let people see that. And you just hear, and I know negativity works and all that.
That's not us.
I know, no. I'm not talking about y'all.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about all of y'all. I'm just saying, that's what people are trying to sell. And I just want to sell the Pistons as the great story that it is.
They are.
And I'm telling you, like, if you guys got to spend time, you have some with our guys, you'd fall in love with them just like
JB, can I tell you this? Don't think that how you guys are playing, regardless of that one thing, is not being seen by millions of people. And now you have people, like I live in Portland, Oregon. People from Portland are like, yo, you know what team I like to watch now? The Pistons. They play a brand of basketball that I understand, that I get with, and they are so connected that and this is to my next question, that anybody who comes in is exactly what they're supposed to be for that team to win.